Hello and welcome to my TF2 map commentary video. I'm going to be starting off in the blue spawn, so let's just get into it. The blue spawn can hold up to 16 players because it has 16 spawn points. That is because hosts of custom games can have a maximum of around 32 players, I believe. So that is why I've added in more spawn points just to make it more accessible to more players. There is two sets of the spawn points. So there'll be a row here of 4 and a row here of 4, and then over this side a row here of 4 and another row here of 4. The spawn room really big spawn. Believe it's the biggest building in the map. That is because here I have added in 2 lockers and 1 locker on the left, and then 1 locker on the right. The doors here, this little section here was meant to have a door in it. Same for the left and right as well. That was because I wanted to try and stop spawn trapping from as you exit from this building, like the spawn is to go outside. So I thought if I have 2 sets of doors, it will help counter it. Because this set of door here was blocked off by the opposing team, so they couldn't come through this bit. But it could come into here, but at the time there was no lockers. Here they were set up in this room here in the spawn bit. But I've since then blocked off this door to the opposing team, and then also added in the lockers. Coming out into the outside of the spawn, it has enough room for classes like the scout to use double jumps to quickly gain speed. Here is a glitch as well on the floor. This part of like the floor here is meant to be smoothed, and it's meant to be ramped, just like this part right here. But due to hammer with its vertices, I've just had to quickly reset it back to how it is now for this commentary video. There are also signposting as well, just telling the player to go left or to go right, and then hopefully the door is also an indication that the player can go into this building. Moving on to the left open area, the left side of the map is the left side of the map's intended use is to help your team survive any rushes or attacks the opposing team might be doing. So if the red team is trying to rush this blue team, they can come into this section, which gives them a more chance of surviving a firefight because they can move around, like the scout can move around fast, distracting the other classes and players. Moving on to this middle bit, this left building, sorry. I've put in a health kit, a full health kit, and then also this place is good as a setup for classes like a sniper or an engineer, as they can. The engineer can set up a teleport if they want, or a sentry turret. If we have a look at this door here, there's an issue with it, which I have intended for this video. I have set the door to go down by 110, which this door here goes down by 90. But as you see, there are clipping issues, so I tried to put this door down to go to 110 to stop any clipping that might happen. But the door, for some reason, goes forwards and down instead of just straight down. So I'm not sure why it does that, but it just does. But this will be reset after this video. Moving on to the flanking route. This is great for spies, also snipers as well, because a lot of the time players are going to be looking up at the middle window right there in the building. So coming around here, you can see what's happening in mid with these fences. You can't shoot through them, so you have to expose yourself here. But you also can be seen as well from the other team, so you're still exposing yourself. Here I also have a medium health kit, and over here I have a a full ammo pack. And then moving on to the control point, these four walls, these two walls here have been set up so the player can crouch behind them, just in case a few players might be up in this middle window raining fire like grenades or rockets or even a sniper. Because here you can be seen, but if you just come down to here and crouch, then you can't. And then moving on to the middle building, which is the main building, I would say. This is the bottom room. Great for engineers to set up teleports. However, the distance from the spawn to mid for a scout only takes around 10 seconds. So it's not a lot of time, but for a class such as the heavy, having a teleporter set up in spawn to come right down to this bottom room here is very crucial. As you will just come out of this building straight into cover, so you only have to worry about players on the left and the right. But this room here I've left open to allow for engineers to set up dispensers, teleport sentry turrets, and for a whole team push coming through this section into the middle to go to the control point. Here is also another full health kit. And then up the stairs, you can see the whole of the map, or the whole of the middle section, sorry, from here, from this window. The snipers, demomans, soldiers, and any class really, through playtesting, I've noticed that a lot of the bots who play as the heavy class sometimes come up here and just spray down towards the point. Which is really effective. I've seen it work loads of times where the bots sort of run away from the point and then come back. Here is also just like a quick exit route or a quick entrance for the class like a demoman or soldier to explode themselves up into this top room and kill any classes such as like the sniper who has been camping up here the whole game. If I jump down, and then here is the right building. The right side of the map, its intended use was to be enclosed, so that's why there's a building here and not one on the left side as well. Because this area, the right side of the map, is great for a pyro. The flamethrower is really effective in this room, as there's not actually a lot of places the opposing team can go. So if I was on the red team instead of the blue team right now, and I was attacking, I would send a pyro through this way, stopping any classes for trying to escape any rush into the middle building, because they will be pushed straight out of this building as they can't avoid the pyro's flames if they're standing right here in this doorframe section. There's also a small ammo pack and then also a full health kit. And then I've just got a door here separating the flank route and then the building as well. And then also I've got a medium health kit here, and then obviously over here is the full ammo pack. That's all the rooms, the buildings and paths. Through playtesting, I got told to create a story of some sorts. So I've added in a bunch of wooden cardboard cutouts of the classes. So the blue team are essentially more advanced than the red team, as they're sort of using these like wooden stake things and pallets, whilst the blue team has tanks. And then down here, there's a whole army of the red team, and then their leader, the soldier. And then up there, you can't really see them. There's a sniper as well. Here, the red team are fighting a tank, a blue tank there, and there's also a spy coming in from behind, so that's what the spies should be doing. Also through playtesting, um, I was informed about how the soldier can actually rocket jump onto the roofs, which I knew they could do that, but I didn't realize how overpowered it was, as quite a few people mentioned that the soldiers would just spawn trap and just rain rockets down here outside of the spawn. So best way to show you what I've done is I put invisible barriers, stopping the player from actually going outside of the map. Here they can jump onto the fence, which I just have to bring the invisible barrier forwards to stop that. But then that is the same for up there. I don't think I will be able to rocket jump up there, but you rocket jump or just jump onto the right building, and then you can easily access the roof from up there. But this building here and that building there, the left building, the right building, don't have any barriers on them. I've allowed it so the players can actually still access them and jump on top. That is because they're exposing themselves if they do go on top of there. But it's not as overpowered as jumping up on the middle building, so I've still kept it in. I think that's everything covered in my map. Thank you for watching and listening.